Brought to you in part by Walk-Ons, Sadler's Towing, Wallace Eye Associates, What a Burger, Southern Heritage Bank, Louisiana Eye and Laser, Calvary Baptist Church, First South Farm Credit, Lower Power Sports, Simla Power Wash, Certified Transmission, Rosie Joe's, BK Distributors, and Security Sporting Goods. Now, let's talk Ash Trojan football with head coach Thomas Bachman. Here's Doug Gann.
Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome out to Walk-Ons. Another Thursday night. Here we are. Just a great crowd that is in here tonight, Coach. A lot of purple and gold. Of course, I am Doug Gann, and certainly glad to be joined, as always, by my partner in crime on Thursday nights, Thomas Bachman, Coach, and welcome aboard.
What's going on? Yeah, I'm just watching some people come in right now. I see my wife wandering in, and yeah.
There you go. That could mean that that fall ball is coming to an end.
That's right. It's falls for football, so fall baseball is over. And,
see, that's one of those quotes that'll make it.
I'm glad to have them in the.
That's one of those quotes that'll make it on the intro next year. Is the fall is for football.
I do believe that. No, it's good to have them back in the house at Walk-Ons with us, and you know, I spend so much time away. Every moment we get to be together is you know, even if it's I'm sitting here and they're sitting over there. It's look, this is a part of our weekly routine, and it's become through the years and something that we enjoy. And so not having it the past couple of weeks, it didn't feel, you know, completely right to me. You know, for whatever that's worth, or you know,
that's right.
It is. I enjoy it. It's good to see Coach Mercer and Coach OJ and a lot of the different people out there tonight. So I'm anxious to see who rolls in tonight. You know, I know some of them were texting me about it earlier. We'll see. They got Track or Treat going on at the school, and then I think they've got the haunted show with softball where, you know, so there's a lot going on tonight. We'll see how many more wander in here as things wrap up over across town.
Well, I'm telling you, it's a great atmosphere in here tonight at Walk-Ons. People are out enjoying the meal. You've already enjoyed yours.
Yeah,
you had the shrimp tacos early.
Yeah, first thing I had to eat today, outside of a couple of small things of candy in Miss Susan, our bookkeeper's office, and so I was hungry. Yeah, I showed up a little bit earlier than normal and decided I was going to get me something to eat.
Well, we're excited to be talking football, and you know, it's an opportunity to get that nasty road trip to Ruston out of our mouths. That was a rough one. Again, Coach, a game that you can look at 2 or 3 plays. You guys battle back and look. The first half, there were a couple of what-ifs, and then you take the lead, and it goes. So let's just discuss your thoughts on the flow of that game from last week.
Well, obviously disappointed again. You know, we all expected to go win the ball game, knew that we were going to have to play well to do it. As I said, leading into last week's game, we have a tremendous amount of respect for their coaching staff and the job that they do, and you know, the quality of player that they have, and just how tough they are as a team. They're going to be one of the ones that are going to be in the mix here when you know, late in the playoff rolls around. I do believe that they're going to be one of those teams. But you know, it's disappointing when you walk off the field and you don't feel like you've coached or played or, you know, performed to the best of your ability. And there's a couple of plays that you want to have back, and a couple of decisions that, you know, you know, when they don't go your way, you second guess and you wonder and you know, so a feeling of disappointment and you know, frustration, to be honest. That was one of the things I asked the kids Monday morning. Who's frustrated? You know, me. I'm frustrated. All right, good. Let's channel it and let's continue to work, and you know, let's try to improve some of these areas where, you know, we're just having a couple of breakdowns here and there. We've got to improve on special teams. Disappointed in the job that I've done. You know, having our kids ready to play on special teams. You know, and the reason I say that is I don't feel like we've performed to our potential in a couple of these games in that area. So, you know, worked hard at it this week and ready to get back out there, as you said a couple of minutes ago, ready to get back out there and see if we can't get back on track.
You know, you go up and that's the thing about it. There's such an expectation. I remember several years ago, that it was just, okay, you'd look at Ruston, West Monroe, Ouachita, and Coach, and forgive this, but on the outside, they thought that, okay, well, they're gonna have 3 losses to Ruston, Ouachita, West Monroe, maybe win these and finish right here. And that perception has gone away, and so it hurts a little more knowing that you get off that bus, you're expected to be in those and win those games.
Yeah, that was probably a thought or something that was accepted at one point. I'm glad to say that we're past that point of moral victories or being patted on the back. I think most of the state, and everybody around here, expected us to go compete and have a chance to win that game, and we did. We're right there. We have the lead going into the 4th, and we can jump into the story of the game. Third down was a huge part of it. Their ability to convert third downs, our inability to stay on the field and convert some third and fourth downs, and making a couple of plays here and there. It was the difference, and they did a really good job. They were 9 of 14 on third down.
We go back to a couple of plays in that game, not to relive, but just moments away from all this. A game that was 13-10 going to half, but prior to that, you guys are marching down.
Yeah, we had 3 opportunities. So they get the ball and we get a turnover.
I looked at one of them on the film too of Jarvis heading into the end zone, and a guy just happens to grab a foot and slap it, and Jarvis goes down. And if he's lifting his other foot at that time instead of that one, well, it's a touchdown.
Yeah, 3 opportunities there. So, we had the score is 13-7 them, and we had 3 opportunities to kind of, score and get a 14-13 lead with an extra point, and we only get 3 points out of those 3 possessions. Still at 13-10, we get the ball at half. We got a chance to come out in the second half and get back into it, and we go 3 and out, and then they get the ball at the plus 45 and score to go up. And then, with that, we responded, scored 2 straight touchdowns, got a stop, scored again to take the lead. So, the fight is there, the energy is there, the passion is there on that opening drive when they fumble and we recover, watching the film and just seeing.
They were fired up.
It was all, we were ready to play.
Yeah.
We got to continue to work things out, and got to make the right calls and make the plays in some of these crucial moments, because it's going to come down to a handful of plays, against these other quality, well-coached, great football teams.
And that's something, these games are so competitive. And if you don't believe that, just look at the score. And not this one notwithstanding, but this week's opponent, Ouachita, well, they've went double overtime with Ruston, and we saw that. Everybody knows that story. And then, oh, by the way, they go in and go double overtime with West Monroe and end up knocking them off. And so, this district there's no weeks off in it at all.
No, not at all. You got to prepare, and that's the thing, the quality of coaching with, paired with the level of talent and ability from team to team, and the amount of resources, especially in Northeast Louisiana, that are poured into it. There is no week off. There is no, hey, we can play somewhat good game and get out of here with 3-4 score win. That's just not. So look, we see it all as a positive. That these are the type ball games that we're going to be in come November, and the more we just keep knocking on the door, eventually we're going to get through it. And I know that sounds, for anybody out there listening, it's not a moral victory. It's just the
process of it. Is exactly what it is.
I tell you, look. Coming up short, I tried to tell the kids, somebody once told me, having an opinion is an easy thing.
Correct.
And a lot of people got a lot of opinions at times, and our kids get to hear them, especially in this day and age with social media and everybody, doing all this stuff. And that's a great thing that people are interested in it, but people are going to give you their opinion all the time. And that's an easy thing to have. And trying to get our kids to buy in and really want to be a part of doing the work, and coming up short. And we might have covered some of this last Thursday. I can't remember. I've had so many conversations of what exactly we talked about on radio, but doing the work and busting your tail and coming up short, sometimes, man, that can be a hard thing to swallow, but that's what it is. I mean, you either got to decide you want to be in the arena or you don't. I guess, what is it, Theodore Roosevelt's Man in the Arena is such a great thing. And, you know, just want that to get into our kids' souls and who they are as humans as they go forward. You know, it's easy to have just keep showing up, keep doing the work. Eventually we're going to knock down the door. And
look, in whether it's not, there's nobody at all overlooking Ash anymore. No, and maybe in the past years that, it's Ash, we're okay, and you guys go in there and you physical and you win the game, and you're going to get everyone's best effort every single week.
Yeah, I think so, and that's good for us.
That's right.
That's good for us. Keeps you, on your toes and makes you prepare. And, I think we've had that for a couple of years now.
Right.
Regardless of what the perception of the average fan has been, as far as coaches and, the amount of time and energy and, I know that it's been that way now for a couple of years where people don't view it as a Friday night off or one that you got to get through, that they're going to prepare. Right. And, we try to approach them all that way, to be honest with you.
Indeed. Indeed we do. We're going to take our first break of the night. We're going to try to. We're going to take our first break. We've got Denny in the house back there helping us out, so we appreciate that. When we come back, we're going to get into that big matchup against Ruston. A big shout-out to our friends up in Ruston that are listening tonight, or in Ouachita Parish that are listening tonight, so big hello to those guys. And we're going to start talking about that big matchup with Ash and Ouachita. That's tomorrow night. That game's going to be at 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock is kickoff. We're just getting started. This is the Thomas Bachman Show right here on LA 103.5.
Did you know BK Distributors have the fastest signs in town? They have signs for everything. If you're in need of signs or banners for your political campaign, your business, or just for that family reunion, BK Distributors has it all. With outstanding quality, fast turnaround, and the best prices in town. If you've been looking for the right place to handle your signage needs, well, here's your sign. Call Scott today, 318-442-2246, and let him help you. BK Distributors, Highway 28 East in Pineville, behind Arby's.
You're hungry. Your team needs you. You're a fan. You want to be at the top of your fan game, but you need something different. You need fan fuel. At Walk-Ons, we treat every day like game day. We're here all week long feeding fans with delicious, mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine made fresh in our from-scratch kitchen. We've got what it takes to fuel fans and the team to victory. Walk-Ons. It's game day with a taste of Louisiana.
South MacArthur Service Road in Alexandria.
Security Sporting Goods, proud supporter of all area high school football teams. If you're looking for hunting stuff from ammo to camo, they got it all at Security Sporting Goods. They talking about camo brands like Drake, Bandit, and Nomad, handguns, rifles, shotguns, ammo, knives. Security Sporting Goods, Memorial Drive, Alexandria. Proud supporter of area high school football.
This is Ty Eastman, loan officer with First South Farm Credit here in Alexandria. Are you in the market for land? Whether it's for hunting, recreation, or a timber tract, you need a lender with experience in financing rural real estate. At First South, we understand what it means to own your own piece of land, whether it's a hunting camp or just a place to get away on the weekend. The best part of my job is seeing our members realize their dreams of land ownership. If you're thinking of buying or refinancing land, call me, Ty Eastman, at First South Farm Credit, or visit us at firstsouthland.com.
Need a quick tow? Sadler's Towing meets many of its clients by accident. The first time. The second time, their clients call because of the fair price and great service that they previously received. If you need a tow, light-duty winching, you're locked out of your vehicle, or just need a jump start, Sadler's Towing is ready to handle your situation. Sadler's Towing is available 24/7, including Christmas and New Year's Eve. Put their number in your cell phone today, 447-7235. Again, that's 447-7235. Sadler's Towing, Alexandria, Louisiana.
Southbound Spirits in Pineville, your one-stop shop for daiquiris, liquor, beer, wine, tobacco, and so much more. All with a convenient drive-through. If you have a wedding or special event you need catered, you need our one-of-a-kind tap trailer. Are you wanting a certain hard-to-find item? That's our specialty. Come to Southbound Spirits, and you'll go nowhere else. You can contact us at 318-704-0122 or stop by Southbound Spirits, your one-stop shop for any top you can pop. Live from Walk-Ons on MacArthur Drive in Alexandria, this is the Thomas Bachman Show on LA 103.5.
Coach, I think going into the break, I inadvertently called it Ruston is where we were going to be tomorrow night, and it finished up, and we will be at Ouachita. That's correct. That is going to be the big game because it's the next game. And, Coach, you don't ever want to think, I mean, at 6-2, you guys are sitting at 12 in the power ratings and all this, but and I don't want to use the must win, but that's one that we need to go get.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You know, it's they're all must win. I mean, it's you know, season's not over, but you know, the routines and you know, the flow of what we're trying to do and the points of emphasis, you know, that won't change based on an opponent. But you know, it's a big one that we need to get for our own momentum, our own, you know, confidence, you know, heading into the, you know, senior night next week and all that. And you know, as you said, it's a big game because it's the next game. So you know, that's the way we approach it. And
a note on that too, senior night next week. That game is Thursday night.
Correct.
That is Thursday night. Correct. As West Ouachita comes to Ash. And Coach, it's just going to be great to be back at Ash. These four of the last 5 weeks have been pretty big trips.
Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit earlier today. It seems like it's been forever since we've played at home.
You had the Pineville game snuck in the middle of it there, but it was Winona and
Winona, West Monroe at home on a Thursday night. Now these two trips. So no, obviously, you know, going on the road, this last road trip before we get back home for one and what we hope to be several. You know, is just very important. And they're a quality team playing with a lot of confidence. Todd Garvin going in there, you know, first year getting a staff assembled. Benji as his defensive coordinator, longtime defensive coordinator at Neville. Obviously, he's been around championship culture and he knows what he's doing. And he's coached in big ball games. And, you know, when you have success, you get belief. And so those kids are believing. And, you know, I had a chance, you know, everybody you know, telling Coach Garvin congratulations, and that's big, you know, his own story and, you know, what he's overcome to get back to Ouachita. Just, you know, couldn't be happier for him because he's a class act. Every interaction that I've ever had with him, I've just come away thinking, man, this guy is as solid as they come. So, you know, when you turn on the film and you see his kids playing the way that they play and believe in the way that they're believing, and you know, the progression, it's what you expect from a team coached by him because he's a quality coach. So the fact that we get to play a really good opponent tomorrow night that is playing with a whole lot of confidence is a really good thing for us.
I think that if you can keep them out of overtime, we got a shot. It's them getting into double overtime. They're pretty successful with it. 1-1 the last couple of weeks, but had Ruston right on the ropes.
No doubt. Gone for two twice. You know, missed it 2 weeks ago and got it last week. And you know, I mean, if we get in a situation like that, you know, I'm sure everything will be on the table again.
I don't doubt that in the slightest at all. I want to step away from the football game just a little bit. Big news this week as they did the reclassification and all of that, and that's a next season type of thing. But put a little light on what's going on, teams that are moving up and down, and what that actually means, because they do that, every couple of years?
Every couple of years, every 2 years. So this has been a third year
because of the COVID, and they pushed it back a year.
And the hurricane last year. I mean, it was just a bunch of stuff that came into, you know, virtual school and all that. And it also allows us to get on the same cycle as surrounding states. So they extended it 1 year. So, yes.
Real quick jump in. Why is that important?
Well, scheduling out-of-state games is fun. Okay. And, you know, some of these programs across the state, you know, and they struggle to find people to play them. So the more opportunity they have to schedule a game with a Texas or an Arkansas or, you know, some of these surrounding states, you know, the more opportunity they have to get games. So, you know, that was kind of one of the deals. You know, you can get into East Texas and play some of those, or, you know, everybody was on a different cycle. Maybe Mississippi was on the same cycle as us, but I know Texas and Arkansas, every time we were renewing, they were in the middle. So this is going to get us on the same 2-year cycle as them. So,
And so what was going to your contracts are 2 years, their contracts are 2 years, but they were overlapped. So when it was time to renew your contract, they were in the middle of their deal.
Yeah,
and so there was
it was hard. So I don't know how much that played in, the LHSA office. I just know it was some of the things that
just one of those things that happened
that you discuss as coaches, it being a good thing. So we're fixing to get a new 22 and 23 season. It'll be a new 2-year district, whatever we set here. Coming and look, there's an appeals process as far as what the numbers are and all that stuff. I don't know if many people ever went in an appeal, as far as when they're questioning their numbers, but I don't necessarily pay a whole bunch of attention to the appeals side of things unless it has to do with our school.
One of the big things, just of a sports coverage type of nature that says, hey, look, this is something to look forward to the next couple of years. Carr makes the move up to 5A, and it's great to see some more talent come up to this 5A and a good measuring stick, one more team to measure against.
Well, and Karen Crow comes up, so both teams that
true.
played in the 4A state championship are now in
they're in 5A.
5A, and I personally don't know Coach Brown on a personal level. I've had a chance to meet him one time down at Hahnville last spring, and I know every time I've ever been to the Superdome, they're one of my favorite teams to watch. The level of play and effort and the talent that's out there on the field, but also the sideline structure, getting special teams on and off. I mean, I just admire the job that he does. Seems to be a program that is all about discipline and shoot. No matter how much talent you have, you still have to go to work. And he's just done a phenomenal job. I would just, and I suspect that they're going to be just fine no matter what district or classification you put them in. They're going to continue to go to work and be who they are. So, 5A got another incredible
couple of teams,
team in it,
without a doubt. And so it doesn't affect you guys any at all, but if there's a 2A or 3A that wants to move up and play in 4A or 5A, they can do that if they want to. Evangel, I think, did that for a while.
Yes, you can opt to play up in class. You can't play down. So, all that will take place over the next few weeks is the way I understand it. Maybe next week or the week after is when they've got to decide, to opt to play up. So, there's a bunch of speculation out there on a lot of teams, I guess. But, we're in, as far as the Ash Trojans, we're in 5A. And
there's nowhere to go.
And there's nowhere to go.
There's nowhere to go because you're far enough from and you're not going down any in size at all.
We're probably, I think the largest 60 schools or something like that are about what 5A is, and we're probably around 40 would be my guess. So we're nowhere close to, the bottom, 58 to 60 where our numbers are never going.
They're never going down. No, by any means.
I wouldn't think they're ever going back. So we're in 5A as far as that concerns us.
And that's where you want to be. I think playing at there in that type of a climate and that level. Now, any talk regarding the split or any of that? I know this has nothing to do with that, and I don't think that's ever going to change. But
look, I don't know what talks out there, to be honest with you, on all that stuff. I haven't. Most of that stuff gets ramped up for people when their season's over. I guess you get a little bit more. There's just not time for it. You put your head down, whether you win, lose, the next Friday night's coming, so you have to prepare. Saturday morning is, much as it stings from the Friday night before, or is as happy as you are from the results that you got to move on.
That's why I just think it's weird that they have these reclassification meetings during the middle of the season. It's similar to.
It's always in the middle of somebody's season, though.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Unless you're going to have it over the summer, and that's the only time that you guys have off. But
they have to base it on enrollment numbers,
right?
So,
which they start getting that in. All right, I promise you, we're gonna get into Ouachita, and this is a rare thing for us to step away and talk about something that is not the game that's coming up. But
if you enjoy high school sports, and it is your life like it is.
That's right.
Mine. It's a lot of your life with a lot of the stuff that you do.
Right.
I mean, it's interesting. It affects our worlds. The common person out there kind of like, oh, cool, and it's just something that you see in passing. But this is what we live every day. So yeah, it's an interesting topic, and look forward to kind of seeing how things shake out as we move forward.
And outside the game too, you see a couple of teams this week that faced suspensions that are going to mess up those power rankings too. I think Lake Charles College Prep has forfeited some. Gosh, I forget the other one that it forfeited, but it's a big difference. And now you're going to get somebody that's a 20 seed now or 25 seed that's really going to mess, kind of like Acadiana did a few years back when they dropped down and were a low seed.
I don't know all the stuff. I'd seen something with Brother Martin, and some of that flip. But hey,
but that's a dangerous coming out of the bottom of the power ratings now.
No doubt. I mean, I believe they're undefeated, and they're doing an incredible job down there.
So, well, it's that Catholic League is certainly intense.
Yes, it is.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to roll on, and I promise you, we're going to get into talking about that Ouachita game that is less than 23 hours away. Don't go anywhere. This is the Thomas Bachman Show right here on LA 103.5.
You're hungry. Your team needs you. You're a fan. You want to be at the top of your fan game, but you need something different. You need fan fuel. At Walk-Ons, we treat every day like game day. We're here all week long feeding fans with delicious, mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine made fresh in our from-scratch kitchen. We've got what it takes to fuel fans and the team to victory. Walk-Ons, it's game day with a taste of Louisiana.
South MacArthur Service Road in Alexandria.
So, your transmission is kaput. Time to get a new or new-to-you vehicle? Wrong. Certified Transmission can fix your transmission problems and preserve your investment in your vehicle. Certified Transmission will also save you the hassle of trying to find a good vehicle that you can afford without a good trade-in, because most car dealers are not going to want to accept your vehicle in trade. So, having Certified Transmission fix your vehicle is the best option of getting back on the road in a vehicle you can trust. Go where you know. Certified Transmission on the Monroe Highway in Ball.
You don't have to miss out on your life because of an eye problem. Louisiana Eye and Laser Center can make your life more enjoyable with affordable solutions such as LASIK surgery, glaucoma treatments, cataract treatments. The professionals at Louisiana Eye and Laser Center can help you get more out of the life you're living. You can enjoy seeing your loved ones in a way that is comfortable and reliable. Talk to Louisiana Eye and Laser Center at 318-487-2020 or check them out online at laiandlasercenter.com.
If you haven't tried Rosie Joe's in Alexandria, then where you at? They have an incredible menu with so many options. Handmade hamburgers, po' boys, Philly cheesesteaks, crawfish or shrimp etouffee, gumbos, and much more. Have you tried the new Cajun chicken nachos? Oh, yeah, it's as delicious as it sounds. Rosie Joe's is open 7 days a week, and happy hour is weekdays from 2 to 5. They can cater any event, too. Rosie Joe's. Follow them on Facebook or call them at 318-442-8245. If you try them once, be ready to become a regular.
Mom, Dad, the magician's here. Magician?
Oh, yeah. Honey, the magician's here.
Oh, right. Can I go watch? Sure.
Hi, Timmy. Are you ready?
Boy, am I.
Okay. See that dirt, grime, and residue?
Yep.
Now you see it. Now you don't.
Wow, amazing.
Senla Power Wash. We offer house washing, shingle roof washing, and commercial washing services. Call 318-446-0838.
Who wants or has time to stand around in long lines? Literally nobody. Why not skip the line with the brand new mobile app at Why Not Stop to save time and money using Why Not Order for food ordering? Why Not Scan for self-serve checkout? Happy hour 24/7 with $1 fountain and coffee, plus exclusive coupons, deals, and giveaways. Download now for Apple and Google devices. Just search the letter Y, Not Stop. Refueling and refreshing communities.
Live from Walk-Ons on MacArthur Drive in Alexandria, this is the Thomas Bachman Show on LA 103.5.
And we are back to Walk-Ons. I am Doug Gann alongside of head coach Thomas Bachman, and great crowd out here tonight. Great to see the family again back out here, like you said, Coach. I'm counting on one hand how many times my wife has come out, and it's zero. She gets, but anyway.
Be careful.
I did look. She doesn't listen, so I'm okay. So I could say anything I wanted. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah.
Look, I told somebody today, they asked how long I had been married, and I said 17 years. And they said, wow, that's pretty good. I said, it is. I said, and I learned early on that there ain't going to be trouble at my house if I don't create trouble at my house.
That's right.
So that's the key to I don't care who you ask. If somebody tells you different, they're not happily married.
Right.
I can promise you.
That's right.
I can promise you that. But I've also promised we were going to talk Ouachita sometime tonight, and we're going to do that right now. So getting them on offense. We saw them put up a lot of points that they've done. Now they've been into double overtime the last couple of weeks. It's a team that struggled a little bit earlier, but they're clicking on all cylinders right now. I think they've got a young quarterback that's back there too.
Beat you with his feet, no doubt. Dynamic, the ability to create.
We saw a little bit of that in Rustin's quarterback last week. He comes out and runs the option.
With his feet, yeah.
I think the one time that we didn't have the quarterback covered on the option, he takes it 60-plus yards to the house.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I promised we'd talk about Ouachita, so let's go. So what do you do to make sure that he doesn't beat you with his feet and you go out there and you set the tone early?
Well, I mean, we're just going to you got to play assignment. You got to have your eyes, I mean, they want to run the football. I mean, they want to run the football, and they're going to look for spots to throw it. I think if they didn't have to throw it, I don't know that they want to throw it, to be honest with you. And, it's a lot of read game where multiple people are having to play, assignment sound football, and it's a lot of different zone read, it's power read, it's counter read. I mean, they're going to poke and prod in different ways. I mean, and then they'll line up and just come right at you, with some downhill stuff. Formationally, they're getting in quite a bit of stuff. Multiple personnel groupings, and it's kind of there's a mixture of our district is a lot of. There's differences, but there's a lot of similarities.
That's
in the brand of football that's being played. So, Coach Garvin was at West Monroe for 11 years, so some of that eye and. The downhill toss that they're running, and some of the I formation stuff. And then he was at Ruston for 4 or 5 years, so some of the stuff that they did at Ruston, and there's some similarities.
Well, you see that with Acadiana and Karen Crow and what they're doing with that style.
And then he's probably got his own twist on things that he's wanted to do. So he's doing a little bit of all of it, and every week you play, whenever it's new to you, you get better and you get more comfortable, and you can definitely see that. 11, 8, 1, they've got some receivers that they can go. I mean, they got some guys when the ball's in their hand, they're exciting for a fan that wants to go watch football. They're exciting to watch because they're explosive.
That's the folks who want to see the home runs in baseball and not the pitcher's duel.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Those same people.
Some guys that can score the football and
somebody that was
solid up front. I mean, they got a solid offensive line. And
what I was really impressed with last week was the play at 25, Blake. Terrell Blake came off. He would blitz, and he timed one blitz perfectly. He comes on the corner. Quarterback just gets the ball away. But, he came out and let the quarterback know that there was a defense out there.
No doubt. Need him to play well again tomorrow night. Right. He did. He played extremely well, played hard. A little undersized at linebacker as far as, just our linebackers, but they're tough, gritty, hard-nosed kids. And our defensive front has played well. They play hard. They play physical. I mean, that was a battle the last couple of weeks. But last week was, it's a battle in there, and our kids have
probably the best
for the fight, I guess is the way I would say. Our kids hadn't backed down from it.
Some of the best instincts out of a defensive player that I've seen, and we've talked about him for weeks and weeks, Jalen Johnson. Picked up his third INT of the year, and I'm telling you, had it not been for good quarterback play, he picks off a pitch and takes it to the house, too, on there. One of the guys, the quarterback just eats it, and Jalen was in between the quarterback and the pitch guy. And if that quarterback, I'm telling you, he houses that if he pitches it. So he's got as good.
I wish he would have pitched it.
I'm telling you, Jalen was right on it. He's got some of the best instincts. Robert Bennett, great cover guy that he was, too. Jalen is there, but Jalen jumps a route better than I've seen.
Jalen's playing some safety. He's really good when he's looking at it, when things are happening in front of him back there where his eyes are at the football. He does a really good job with that. And, he's just a sophomore, so he's going to do nothing but get better. The more he plays, the more comfortable, the more, he sees things. Usually the more comfortable and the better he gets as the game progresses.
The defense played so solid, and they have all year long. And you go back, and you don't want to harp by any means, but the difference of teams starting out in plus territory and starting out in the middle of the field from turnovers or punts, which you can call as turnovers, or the blocked punt, and it just
that's definitely a turnover.
And you get yourself.
Special teams will be important tomorrow night against Ouachita. You know, I don't know. It's windy today. I hadn't checked the weather of what the wind's going to be. And,
I haven't seen it. I just know it was a gust today.
Yeah, it was windy today. And, you know, Abel certainly has the ability to kick through all those conditions. You know, he has that kind of leg. But, you know, that'll be something that we'll have to keep an eye on as far as – you know, ball in the end zone, kicking into the wind, coming out. Just a matter of making sure your kids are aware, hey, we're kicking into a stiff wind. We got to, you know, chances of this ball making the end zone are not as good if it's a stiff wind. But we'll just see what the conditions are tomorrow night at game time. I'm anticipating a great night.
Should be a beautiful night.
Yep.
You know, everybody watches the film, Coach, and it's no doubt of the struggles that have been in the long snap. It got us again last week on there. Maybe if catches are made, what are we doing to correct
that? Out of the half, you just continue to work. You know, I mean that's the thing. We've got multiple guys that we put in there and you know snap and do that stuff. I mean, obviously the one that we're putting out there we think is the best bet, you know, based on what we see every single day, and have tons of confidence in him and belief in him, and wouldn't put him out there if we didn't believe in him. So just continue to work and you know, go through the routine as much of how we do things, but we're just trying to get out of the half there before half, to be honest.
That's right.
We make a first down, and you know, they had one timeout, so we, you know, if we don't make a first down, they're going to be able to force us to punt. So we were just trying to get a first down, get out of the half, knowing that we got the ball coming out in the second half. And, you know, I mean, it was. And
it stayed one score, too, though, so it didn't, in the grand scheme of things, didn't affect it.
It took the field goal tie.
That's correct.
Off. You know, I mean, it played an impact, no doubt about it. But, you know, I mean, all that stuff. We're going to have to put those units out tomorrow night, more than likely, in a game of this caliber, and got tons of confidence that the kids are going to go out and perform and do their job. I mean,
indeed. We're looking forward to it. When we come back, we're going to talk a little offense. We need to get back to the days, Coach, where we don't punt anymore. At the first of the season, that'd be a good one. This is the Thomas Bachman Show. We're live from Walk-Ons, where we're at each and every Thursday night, unless we're here on a Tuesday night, which next week we'll be here on Tuesday night because Week 10 senior night is on Thursday night. That backs us up to a Tuesday night that we are doing the Thomas Bachman Show. That's where we're at. We got a couple of segments left. When we come back, we're going to talk about what Ash does when they're on offense. We'll do all of that when we come back right after this. You're listening to the Thomas Bachman Show right here on LA 103.5.
It's Golf for a Cause, coming up October the 29th at Links on the Bayou. You can help this community by playing in the Hope for the Homeless Scramble Friday the 29th at Links on the Bayou. It's $500 per team, and that includes lunch, which begins at 11 with shotgun start at noon. For more information, email Mary Bird at kidsbedazzled@gmail.com. It's the Hope for the Homeless Scramble Friday the 29th at Links on the Bayou, benefiting the Central Louisiana Homeless Coalition.
Presented by Christian St. Francis Cabrini Hospital and Zenlaw Christian Child Care Center.
Welcome to Whataburger. Customization is what we've always done.
You want mustard and mayo? You want ketchup? We'll make it how you like it.
When you customize your own burger, you can put your personality in it.
This is my Whataburger with mayonnaise, ketchup, all the vegetables, no cheese.
We customize orders 24 hours a day.
Everybody wants it just like they like it. When you can make it your own, that always enhances that experience for you.
However you want it, I got you. Here at Whataburger, we make it just like you like it, whenever you like it.
Need a quick tow? Sadler's Towing meets many of its clients by accident. The first time. The second time, their clients call because of the fair price and great service that they previously received. If you need a tow, light-duty winching, you're locked out of your vehicle, or just need a jump start, Sadler's Towing is ready to handle your situation. Sadler's Towing is available 24/7, including Christmas and New Year's Eve. Put their number in your cell phone today, 447-7235. Again, that's 447-7235. Sadler's Towing, Alexandria, Louisiana.
Ma'am, the doctor will see you now.
I can't see the doctor.
No, the doctor's right here. He's ready to see.
No. You don't understand. Are you hearing me? I'm telling you, I can't see the doctor.
Don't let it come to this.
Louisiana Eye and Laser Center. Come visit us at one of our 13 locations or look us up online.
Security Sporting Goods, proud supporter of all area high school football teams. If you looking for hunting stuff from ammo to camo, they got it all at Security Sporting Goods. They talking about camo brands like Drake, Bandit, and Nomad, handguns, rifles, shotguns, ammo, knives. Security Sporting Goods, Memorial Drive, Alexandria. Proud supporter of area high school football.
You're hungry. Your team needs you. You're a fan. You want to be at the top of your fan game, but you need something different. You need fan fuel. At Walk-Ons, we treat every day like game day. We're here all week long feeding fans with delicious, mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine, made fresh in our from-scratch kitchen. We've got what it takes to fuel fans and the team to victory. Walk-Ons, it's game day with a taste of Louisiana.
South MacArthur Service Road in Alexandria.
Live from Walk-Ons on MacArthur Drive in Alexandria, this is the Thomas Bachman Show on LA 103.5.
And we are back live to Walk-Ons. Great atmosphere. Come out and watch a little bit of football. I think they're going to be able to put up the Ouachita game tomorrow night on some of the screens in here too. So we love the folks, and they're allowing us to invade awesome. Their space a couple of times a week. So we're excited
let's
about
give
that.
Them a show, huh?
Indeed, let's do that. So offensively, Coach, when you guys come out there, you talked about Ouachita wanting to run the ball like they do, and primarily, we look for establishing Jarvis in that run-heavy type of an offense and getting into that battle with them.
No doubt. I mean, it's a big part of what we do, and Jarvis is, had a bunch of carries for us over the course of this season, especially when we've got into these big ball games. We like to give him, his carries and get that part of the game established. So definitely need to be able to do that tomorrow night. I mean, that's a huge part of every week's game plan.
And this year, seems like the past few years it's been a lot of committee. This year it's been Jarvis who's carried the load, and it's been a long time since you've had a running back that's been able to do that week in and week out.
Well, I mean, it's just the reality of where our roster is right now. We've got some young ones that we really think are going to be.
They're going to be something.
Really
we
good
talked
for the
about
future,
them on the air. Yeah,
that we're eventually going to get back to where we have a lot of guys that can spell us and give us some carries. But with where we are, that's he is the best option, to get all those carries. I mean, it is what it is. I wish that, there's times where, you would prefer that not to be the case, but it is. And we're glad that we have him. And, these young ones are going to be really good one day.
Well, one thing that it does, too, is it keeps you –
not afraid to put them in. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's just – Jarvis is the best option with all the experience and the explosiveness and what he brings to the table. But these young ones have practiced hard and feel confident. I mean, don't be surprised if when they go in or if they go in. I mean, there's situations that could call for that. Right. So if that situation arises, it's going to be business as usual. Let's go.
It's been great to see your offense dedicated to the run like it's been, and I think that wears down the defense a little and keeps you guys to where, it's been a one-score game going into the fourth quarter in a lot of these and things, and not getting into games that give big shootouts in there. That's certainly fun for the common observer to see.
Well, I don't mind the shootout. I just want to come out on top. If it's run the football and find a way to win. If it's chunking around, find a way to win. I mean, that's the name of the game is find a way to win.
That's correct.
So that's what we're trying to do, regardless of Friday night. How you win is
irrelevant. That's you win. What do they say? There's
a flow to every game. There is. I mean, there were more possessions last week than there were the previous 2 weeks.
Right.
There were more possessions, and that has to do with the way the other team is playing. how much tempo they're playing with, and so we'll get in tomorrow night, and tomorrow there'll be a flow to tomorrow night's game that we'll settle into, and
I look forward to talking to Coach McLaughlin before game. We usually meet up as he's up in the press box. We're able to meet a little while and talk about some of the things that up until he knows I'm off the air won't talk about with me, because we're not going to do that.
That's
but now he keeps it close to the vest. So it's good to see that time that we're able to sit there and talk about some things that are going on. Another trip up there. You guys are certainly well versed on.
And heading these 2-hour trips, right? This will be our third one in 4 weeks.
In 4 weeks, and the other one was just you went there, but you kept going on the one up to Mississippi.
It's just the way the draw happened when we did the redistricting, I guess, after going into 2019. And so in 2019, we got all 3 at home.
Oh, we remember that. My wife asked me, she says, why are y'all going up there so much? It's like one of those things.
Yep, it's just the way it is, and I have no idea how the next draw will go. It's just you pull a number out, and it tells you, all right, 1 plays 2 at home. Everybody knows how that works, or I assume
especially
everybody knows how that works.
In a year that redistricting, reclassing, all of that is up in the air too. So you don't know.
We know we're going to play tomorrow night. That's what we know. So that's where all of our energy and that's where all of our focus is. And looking forward to getting these boys back out on the field.
Well, we're going to take our final break of the night. When we come back, we're going to wrap everything up, give you some of the key times of interest tomorrow as it relates to when game time is and what's going on. We'll do all of that when we come back. You're listening to the Thomas Bachman Show right here on LA 103.5.
You're hungry. Your team needs you. You're a fan. You want to be at the top of your fan game, but you need something different. You need fan fuel. At Walk-Ons, we treat every day like game day. We're here all week long feeding fans with delicious, mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine, made fresh in our from-scratch kitchen. We've got what it takes to fuel fans and the team to victory. Walk-Ons. It's game day with a taste of Louisiana.
South MacArthur Service Road in Alexandria.
This is Nikki Chandler, loan officer with First South Farm Credit here in Alexandria. Are you looking for land out in the country to build your dream home? Then you need a lender who specializes in financing rural land. At First South, we've helped so many of our members who wanted to buy that small tract of land away from the city. As your loan officer, I'm there from application all the way to the closing table. Building that relationship is the best part of what we do. If you're thinking of buying or refinancing land, call me, Nikki Chandler, at First South Farm Credit, or visit us at firstsouthland.com.
Mom, Dad, the magician's here. Magician?
Oh, yeah. Honey, the magician's here.
Oh, right. Can I go watch? Sure.
Hi, Timmy. Are you ready?
Boy, am I.
Okay. See that dirt, grime, and residue?
Yep.
Now you see it. Now you don't.
Wow, amazing.
Zenla Power Wash. We offer house washing, shingle roof washing, and commercial washing services. Call 318-446-0838.
Did you know BK Distributors have the fastest signs in town? They have signs for everything. If you're in need of signs or banners for your political campaign, your business, or just for that family reunion, BK Distributors has it all with outstanding quality, fast turnaround, and the best prices in town. If you've been looking for the right place to handle your signage needs, well, here's your sign. Call Scott today, 318-442-2246, and let him help you. BK Distributors, Highway 28 East in Pineville, behind Arby's.
At Whataburger, how do you make something that's already fresh even fresher? By adding fresh new things, like crisp pico de gallo for a little kick, and creamy cilantro lime sauce for that extra whoa, and pepper jack cheese because, of course, all on top of 2 fresh beef patties, or with chicken on a brioche bun. Whataburger's limited time pico de gallo burger and new pico de gallo chicken sandwiches. Good thing for fresh things. Good thing there's Whataburger. Available by dine-in, drive-through, curbside, and delivery. Delivery available in select locations. These may vary.
Straight talk. When it comes to HVAC, mechanical, or plumbing related, ACA can oftentimes fix things other companies tell you need to be replaced. So before you sign on the dotted line, get a second opinion free. ACA. Call today for your free second opinion for heating and air, plumbing, mechanical, and fabrication. When experience matters, when price matters. Your friends at ACA are just a phone call away.
ACA. We're just a phone call away. ACA.
Live from Walk-Ons on MacArthur Drive in Alexandria, this is the Thomas Bachman Show on LA 103.5.
Putting the finishing touches on the Week 9 edition of the Thomas Bachman Show, and that just pains me to say that. That means we've only got 6 weeks left of football and Thomas Bachman shows to do. You see what I did there?
No doubt about it, and that's a cool thing that really is something that people believe, and that is the expectation, and I think that's a great thing to have created.
Right.
You take them one at a time. There's no doubt about that. You focus on the one here and now. But
you absolutely do, but the goal is not to get to the playoffs.
That's right. It has to be talked about. It has to be discussed. And
the goal is not a home playoff game. The goal, certainly these are, but the goal is
to
go.
Goals.
That's correct. That's not your final goal in there. So getting out and performing, yes. But again, a trip to West Monroe, a trip to Ruston, this trip now to Ouachita, the battle that Pineville gave, what you're going to see from it's getting you ready for what you're going to see. But you've said it over and over. You're guaranteed just 10.
Yeah, you got to earn the rest after that, and to a certain degree, our boys have done that, and now we're wanting to earn. We want to win,
right?
Regardless of what's on the line. There's a want to win and a desire to win. I think if there was nothing, no playoff positioning on the line, or there was this, as a competitor, this is a game and it's competition, and if we were going out there and playing anything, we expect to and hold ourselves, and there's a standard. So, going to be a great atmosphere. I'm anxious to see how the energy that they've created. You could feel it coming off the screen when they pulled that thing and got tied, and just the belief that was in their kids, and having experienced some of that with some of the stuff we've experienced over the few years. The electricity on the sideline was just so much
synchronized
fun.
Fist pumping, all of that.
Yeah, no doubt. And, so will that spill over? Our people have been incredible. I thought we had a great crowd in Ruston.
Yes.
We've had a great crowd in West Monroe. I was pleasantly surprised at how many people followed us all the way to Winona. So we expect to have a great crowd and support, and can't say thank you enough, because the energy that creates. I say it every week, but I'm always going to say it. When the support is there, you're just thankful, because that is not an easy trip. Going 2 hours each way, you're not getting back till
that's
midnight
right. Till yes,
it's not a.
Especially when that Thursday night game that was there too.
Correct.
A couple of those games.
It's not an easy trip. So. The carryover and the excitement of the win that they're coming off of and how they're playing and what's going on. Expect it to be a great atmosphere inside. It's a great facility.
I'll tell you,
for anybody that's never been there,
they're going to either be
to yourself to see the setup. It's all three of them are really pretty phenomenal.
Look, they're either going to be mentally up or mentally drained after the 2 back-to-back weeks that they have.
Coach Garvin will have them ready.
There's no doubt they're not overlooking Ash. I can assure you that. One of the things that we like to tell everybody too is we want you to go up to the game. A lot of alumni watch this, because if you don't believe that, they give us grief when we've got the wrong thing up. They're tough on there, but it's great to see all of the former players that are watching that. But make the trip up there, go to Ouachita, and enjoy that game and support the way you guys have been doing the entire year. However, if you cannot do that, our pregame show will start at 6:30 tomorrow night. You can find us right here on LA 103.5. You can follow it on the LA 103.5 Facebook page. We think we put a pretty good product out on that as well. So we invite you to check that out. My man Chuck does a wonderful job of tying everything together for us.
It's phenomenal.
So if you can't, but watch it. We've had a lot of people now that are taking their phones with them and listening to it and catching up in there, and that's good to see. But it's more important that it's the people are going and they're in the stands.
That's right.
2 hours away or right here locally where it's at.
And if you can't make it, tune in. It's a way to stay connected and still support. And look, we appreciate that too. It's just more interest we can create, more people that are engaged with what's going on with our team is better for us. So
we're going to turn the comment section off too, because there's some armchair quarterbacks on that comment section. I know.
But that's fine. That's part of it too. It doesn't. I think that's great. It means people are engaged and they want, and I promise you my feelings are.
They're bought into it, and that's
right.
the key.
I mean,
You'd rather that than passive fans that are not there.
If I watch this NFL game long enough, I'm probably going to have a suggestion or two or whatever. I mean, that's part of sport. I mean, that's part of it. And
it's biblical too, because they tell you it's the lukewarm Christian that is the one that's frowned upon. Either be on one side of the fence or the other. Jump in there and get after it. That's right. So that's going to be tomorrow, Coach. Anything we can look for that you'll give me? I know I asked you this question. It's been 37 weeks in a row I've asked you this. Anything you can tell us tonight we can look forward to tomorrow?
Kickoff at 7.
That's the same old Thomas Bachman right there. Look, it's been a great show, Coach. The show next week will be Tuesday night because we have senior night coming up on Thursday, but we'll mention that during the game tomorrow for anybody that's paying attention, and then we'll put that information out on all of our social media posts. But we will be out here Tuesday night for that. Remember, make the trip up to Ouachita tomorrow, Ouachita Parish. It's going to be one of those games. If you can't do it, our pregame starts at 6:30. The game is going to start at 7. Kickoff will be there, and that's the only thing that Coach is divulging to us. But we know all of that because it's been 25 years we've been doing this, and kickoff's still at 7 o'clock no matter what. So that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. Thanks to the crowd that made it out tonight. Great to see those guys. Coach, thank you for taking time out of your fall schedule to spend with us on here an hour a week. We appreciate that.
Right back at you. I love it.
My man Chuck over there, executive producer, couldn't do anything without all of this. My wife for letting me buy all of the equipment I have to bring this to you. Boy, she doesn't like that at all. Every camera that I've got, Coach, is, if you look at it, nice. That's a pair of shoes. That's a pair of shoes.
That's right.
Look, right. It's give and take. So anyway, no. And then, of course, thank you.